Imagine this, the temperature is dropping fast, it's the dead of winter and suddenly a fierce storm wipes out the power in your entire region. Grocery store shelves are empty, gas stations are out of fuel, and families are scrambling for essentials like water, food, and warmth. What would you do? Would you be ready to weather the storm, or find yourself caught in the chaos? This isn't some far-off hypothetical. Last year, millions of Americans lived this nightmare. In Texas, record-breaking freezes left entire neighborhoods without power or clean water for days. In California, families faced soaring food prices driven by climate disruptions and supply chain breakdowns. These weren't isolated events, they were warnings. And here's the scary part. The cost of being unprepared isn't just financial. It's emotional, physical, and psychological. Today we're talking about 5 prepping strategies that don't just protect your family, they save you money. Because if you think prepping is expensive or unnecessary, think again. The real cost lies in doing nothing. With inflation climbing, food prices surging over 6% this year alone, and extreme weather events becoming more frequent, it's not about if another crisis will happen, it's about when. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how prepping can keep your family safe, secure, and financially stable. This might just be the smartest decision you make for your future. Let's start with a hard truth. Food prices are skyrocketing. Every trip to the grocery store feels like you're paying more for less. Staples like bread, milk, and meat are climbing faster than ever. Imagine this, a $10 bag of rice today could easily cost $12 or more next year. That might not seem like much, but multiply that by your entire grocery bill, and you're losing hundreds of dollars to inflation. But here's the good news. Prepping lets you freeze today's prices for tomorrow's needs. When you stock up on essentials like rice, beans, pasta, canned goods, and cooking oils, you're locking in prices before inflation takes its toll. These items last for years, and by buying them in bulk, you avoid the rising costs that hit when supply chains falter or demand spikes. Think about it. If you buy a 10-pound bag of rice today for $10 and it jumps to $12 next year, you've already saved $2. Now imagine applying that same principle to everything in your pantry. Those savings stack up fast. Start by creating a simple food inventory for your household. Write down the items you use most frequently, like canned beans, pasta, or peanut butter, and figure out how much you'd need for a month. Multiply that by 3 to 6 months and aim to build that stockpile gradually. For example, if canned beans are on sale, don't just grab 1 or 2, buy a case. Even a small 50-cent discount per can adds up when you're stocking your pantry for the long haul. Stockpiling isn't just about beating inflation, it's about peace of mind. If a winter storm hits or grocery store shelves are wiped out, you'll already have what you need. Instead of scrambling with the crowd or paying inflated prices, you'll have a pantry full of essentials. Prepping isn't just smart, it's a financial safety net for your family. Here's a shocking statistic. The average American family throws away over $1,500 worth of food every year. That's not just wasted groceries, that's wasted money. And as food prices continue to rise, reducing waste is one of the simplest ways to protect your wallet. Prepping, when done right, helps you store food smarter, keep it fresher longer, and avoid the frustration of throwing away spoiled groceries. First, start by organizing your pantry, fridge, and freezer. Use a first-in, first-out system to ensure older items get used first, while newer items go to the back. This simple habit prevents food from expiring before you can use it. For dry goods like rice, flour, or cereal, invest in airtight containers or vacuum sealers. These keep moisture and air out, preserving freshness and extending shelf life. For perishable items like fruits and vegetables, consider freezing, canning, or dehydrating them before they spoil. For example, if you buy a bag of carrots on sale but can't use them all, slice and freeze them. That way, they're ready for soups, stews, or quick sides when you need them. You'll avoid waste and have prepared ingredients on hand for emergencies. Another great strategy is meal planning. Each week, build your meals around what's already in your pantry or nearing its expiration date. This reduces waste, saves time, and eliminates the need for pricey takeout when you're short on dinner ideas. Plus, by incorporating your emergency stockpile into daily meals, you ensure that nothing goes unused. By reducing food waste, you're not just saving money, you're maximizing your resources. And when emergencies hit, you'll have preserved fruits, vegetables, and proteins ready to go. Prepping helps you stretch every dollar further, even when times get tough. Avoid last-minute spending during emergencies. Emergencies rarely give warnings. When they hit, chaos often follows. Store shelves empty out, prices skyrocket, and people panic buy essentials at any cost. But when you're prepared, you're not just avoiding the stress of these situations, you're avoiding the financial toll. Take winter storms, for example. Just last year, sudden freezes across the Midwest and Northeast caused grocery stores to sell out in hours. Families paid premium prices for basics like bread, milk, and water if they could find them at all. But preppers had an edge. By building their supplies over time, they avoided both the crowds and the inflated prices. Start small by adding 1 or 2 extra items to your cart each shopping trip. Over time, you'll build a robust emergency kit without feeling the financial strain. Focus on essentials like non-perishable foods, batteries, and water. For water storage, aim for at least 1 gallon per person per day for 3 days. If buying bottled water in bulk isn't feasible, consider investing in a water filtration system. It's cost-effective and ensures you'll always have access to clean drinking water. When an emergency strikes, preppers aren't running to the store or relying on overpriced takeout, they're ready. With a stocked pantry and backup supplies, you can avoid panic buying, price gouging, and last-minute spending altogether. Prepping isn't just about surviving, it's about staying ahead of the curve. Reduce reliance on credit cards during crises. Emergencies don't just test your preparedness, they test your finances. For many families, unexpected expenses during a crisis mean one thing: credit card debt. Whether it's buying groceries, paying for a hotel, or replacing a broken appliance, the cost of being unprepared can spiral fast. And with average credit card interest rates over 20%, even small charges can snowball into long-term financial stress. Prepping helps you avoid this pitfall by reducing your reliance on credit cards during emergencies. Start by building a crisis budget. Think about the essentials you'd need in a typical emergency: food, water, heating, and medical supplies, and stock up gradually. A $10 investment in canned goods or a flashlight today can prevent a $200 credit card bill tomorrow. It's also smart to set aside a small emergency fund. Even $500 in cash can go a long way during a crisis, covering unforeseen expenses without racking up debt. Pair that with prepping supplies, and you'll have both financial and physical resources to weather any storm. By preparing now, you're not just avoiding credit card reliance, you're protecting your family from the financial stress that comes with it. How prepping saves you money over time. At first glance, prepping might seem like a financial burden. Stocking up on supplies, investing in equipment, or even setting aside resources can feel like an expense rather than a savings. But when you take a closer look, prepping is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. It's not just about emergencies. It's about creating a lifestyle that reduces waste, maximizes your resources, and provides long-term financial stability. Smart investments with long-term payoffs. Take, for example, a solar-powered generator. At first, the upfront cost might seem high, but it's an investment that pays for itself in countless ways. During a power outage, it keeps your home running, powering lights, keeping essential appliances like refrigerators operational, and charging devices. But it doesn't stop there. It's also versatile enough to power small appliances during outdoor activities like camping or backyard gatherings, reducing the need for expensive disposable batteries or fuel-powered generators. Over time, the savings from avoiding repeated purchases or renting equipment for emergencies make this a cost-effective tool for your household. Similarly, investing in bulk food purchases is another way prepping saves money. Staples like rice, beans, pasta, and flour are far cheaper when bought in large quantities. For instance, a 25-pound bag of rice costs significantly less per pound than smaller packages. These bulk purchases not only reduce your grocery bill but also create a safety net of long-lasting meals for your family. With proper storage, like vacuum sealing or keeping items in airtight containers, these staples can last years, providing financial relief during times of inflation or supply chain disruptions. Skills that save: the power of self-sufficiency. Prepping isn't just about what you buy, it's about what you learn. Developing practical skills like food preservation, gardening, and basic DIY repairs transforms prepping from an expense into a long-term money-saving strategy. For example, a home garden isn't just a relaxing hobby, it's a direct way to cut down on grocery costs. Growing your own produce, like tomatoes, leafy greens, or herbs, saves hundreds of dollars a year compared to buying fresh items at the store. And when your garden produces a surplus, you can preserve the bounty through canning, freezing, or dehydrating. This creates a stockpile of nutritious, homemade ingredients that keep your pantry full and your grocery bill low. Similarly, learning basic food preservation techniques allows you to buy in bulk and ensure nothing goes to waste. Whether it's freezing excess fruits and vegetables, pickling seasonal produce, or drying herbs, these skills extend the shelf life of food and reduce spoilage, saving you money that would otherwise be spent replacing spoiled goods, maximizing resources to minimize expenses. One of the biggest financial benefits of prepping is resourcefulness. A prepping lifestyle focuses on maximizing the value of everything you own, reducing unnecessary purchases, and avoiding waste. For example, buying multi-purpose tools like a solar-powered lantern that also charges devices eliminates the need for multiple single-purpose items. Similarly, creating a robust pantry of staple ingredients means fewer last-minute grocery runs or expensive takeout orders when you're short on time. Prepping also encourages efficiency in your home. For instance, by storing extra water in reusable containers or installing a water filtration system, you can cut down on the recurring cost of bottled water. Investing in energy-efficient heating and lighting options not only prepares you for outages, but also reduces your monthly utility bills. Even small adjustments like using rechargeable batteries or repurposing household items for emergency kits make a difference over time. Financial resilience for uncertain times. One of the greatest advantages of prepping is its ability to shield you from unplanned expenses. Emergencies like storms, power outages, or job losses can create sudden financial strain. Without preparation, these situations often lead to costly last-minute spending, whether it's stocking up on overpriced supplies or relying on credit cards to cover basic needs. Prepping eliminates this stress by giving you the resources you need before a crisis arises. Think about this. If a severe storm knocked out power for a week, how much would it cost to replace spoiled food, find alternative heating, or relocate to a hotel? For unprepared families, these costs add up quickly. But with prepping, you avoid those expenses entirely. A stocked pantry, a backup heating source, and emergency lighting mean you can stay safe and comfortable without spending extra. Prepping also saves money by helping you avoid the pitfalls of inflation and price gouging. During times of crisis, essential items like water, batteries, or canned goods often see dramatic price spikes. By stocking up in advance, you protect yourself from these inflated costs, ensuring that your family has what it needs without breaking the bank, from emergency savings to everyday wins. What makes prepping truly powerful is that its benefits extend beyond emergencies. It's a lifestyle that creates daily opportunities for savings. For example, cooking meals from scratch using your stockpile of staples is far cheaper and healthier than ordering takeout. Growing your own herbs, vegetables, or even eggs reduces your reliance on grocery stores. And learning basic DIY skills, like fixing a leaky faucet or repairing small appliances, saves you hundreds in service fees. Prepping also encourages a mindset of mindfulness and intentionality. By focusing on what you already have, you're less likely to make impulse purchases or fall into the trap of convenient spending. Every dollar you save on waste or unplanned expenses is a dollar that can be reinvested into your family's security and stability. The long-term payoff. When you embrace prepping as a lifestyle, the financial benefits compound over time. You're not just preparing for the next crisis, you're creating a sustainable, efficient way of living that minimizes costs and maximizes resources. The money you save can be redirected into building an emergency fund, paying down debt, or investing in other areas of your life. Prepping is more than just a safety net, it's a blueprint for financial resilience, teaching you to value preparation over reaction and self-sufficiency over dependence. It's about turning short-term investments into long-term rewards, ensuring your family's safety, stability, and prosperity for years to come. Every step you take, whether it's stocking up on staples, learning a new skill, or building an emergency fund, brings you closer to security and stability. Prepping isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. If this video resonated with you, give a thumbs up, subscribe for more prepping tips, and share how prepping has helped you save money in the comments. Remember, the best time to start is now. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.